needed to burn your waste or throw the waste direct to the environment aspect there.
We put the river barrier, we intercept that trash. In Seven Cleans, we are believing on what we are doing, we can handle all of that problem.
Kita juga diajarkan bukan hanya untuk memungut sampah, tapi menjaga keterseimbangan antara manusia dan juga alam.
We aim to present the broader vision behind Handprint, enabling meaningful impact by supporting a wide range of sustainability organizations across 60 countries. We start with a wide perspective, and then narrow the focus to just one of the many inspiring partners within the Handprint ecosystem, Seven Clean Seas.
Handprint is a nature fintech company based in Singapore. We founded Handprint to solve two critical issues in the world. One is the continuous underinvestment in nature. And two, we need to make sure that if companies choose to protect nature, if they're choosing to do something good in the world, that they have 100% confidence that their money is going to be well spent.
One of our amazing impact partners that we work with and have been working with 4.5 years now is Seven Clean Seas, a company that started out in Singapore. Seven Clean Seas is operating in a variety of locations, specifically in Indonesia, as well in Thailand.
We joined their team on Batam Island, just 20 kilometers south of Singapore. Despite its closeness to the city-state, the island struggles with pollution and waste, much of it ending up in the sea. Seven Clean Seas works here to tackle this crisis and protect the local environment.
In Batam, we have 3 operations. We have Bengkong, Tanjung Uma in the southeast Toko.
They are employing local people full-time to clean plastic from rivers, oceans, coastlines, and then recycling as much as possible, and what they cannot recycle, they will then turn into safe storage within landfills.
In Batam, a lot of people who working in this environment, they doesn't have a minimum wage, they doesn't have like social insurance, health insurance, but when they working to Seven Clean Seas, they got it all.
A lot of waste that coming from the main island and then stuck in Tanjung Uma. The community is using asbestos as a roof. As you know that asbestos is really dangerous as it causes cancer because of the carcinogenic of the asbestos itself. And in Tanjung Uma, we have at least 4 houses that we already replaced the roof with our recycling roof plate. As you can see there is the first house. And fun fact about the roof plate itself, it's made 100% from the plastic bag.
Saya berperan sebagai kru clean up, terutama di area Tanjung Uma. Alasan saya bekerja di Seven Clean Seas karena saya yakin bahwa lautan itu tempat kehidupan, bukan tempat sampah. Karena dari pekerjaan saya bisa memberikan dampak positif ke masyarakat, dan kontribusi masyarakat juga berpengaruh untuk Seven Clean Seas karena mereka juga mensupport kita dengan cara mungkin tidak secara langsung, tapi mereka mensupport kita dengan memberi kita makanan, juga minuman ketika kita sedang melakukan aktivitas. Kalau untuk sampah sendiri, biasanya kebanyakan sampah dari masyarakat lokal. Tapi ada juga sampah yang datang dari luar daerah yang terbawa oleh arus laut.
In Tanjung Uma, we're not just doing the beach cleanup, household collection, but also we have education for the community and also for the children. We have the educators who are telling them about what is the plastic and waste management and everything like that. We educate them door to door, telling them that at least you need to separate your waste because the bin is provided, so you can put your waste to that bins, we can collect it and recycling it the plastic. You no need it anymore to burn your waste or throw the waste direct to the environment aspect there.
Yang paling membanggakan sejauh ini mungkin ketika saya mengajarkan tentang sampah kepada anak-anak atau mengedukasi mereka soal tentang pedulinya terhadap lingkungan. Kalau soal putus asa, mungkin pernah, sering malah, karena ngelihat tempat yang dulu kita bersihin kotor kembali atau sampah yang datang kembali, mungkin ngerasa kayak gagal karena sampahnya begitu banyak dan kita harus membersihkan ulang. Dan yang menjadi motivasi saya bahwa saya selalu beranggap pekerjaan ini adalah sebagian dari ibadah, dan saya beranggapan juga bahwa kebersihan itu adalah bagian dari iman. Dan itu yang membuat saya termotivasi setiap harinya. Dan saya ingin beritahu juga kepada masyarakat bahwa pekerjaan ini bukan hanya memungut sampah, tapi menjaga keseimbangan antara manusia dan juga alam.
We know the problems what they have. They doesn't have the access to the waste management. Then by providing them with that household collection, we can collect the waste that they produce every day and we manage it. We bring all the recycle to our MRF to recycling it.
Saya melakukan clean up, itu sangat saya banggakan karena saya bisa mengurangi sampah yang ada di laut, di river barrier, di sungai, dan di mangrove. Yang kedua, yaitu saya sangat bangga karena saya dipilih dari PT Seven Cleanses untuk sebagai sebagai edukator di salah satu sekolah. Peran saya di sini adalah sebagai kru yang bertempatan di bawah laut. Kemudian pekerjaan saya itu saya bekerja dari jam 7.30 sampai jam 12. Kemudian di siang harinya saya berkegiatan di MRF.
Hello, I'm Siti. Welcome to our material recovery facility. Let's go, come in. As you have been take a look about our operation in several locations, we have like so many plastic that we have been collected. For the recycling purpose, we are sending all of them to our MRF, Material Recovery Facility. All the waste that coming from the field is come from that direction to the sorting area. Let's go. Today we are sorting the water bottle. After the operation, the crew here will sit and then separating them by the color. For example, this is water bottle blue and then this is clear. So why did it need to be separated? Because they have a different treatment, they have a different price at the market. The brush that we found at the beach and then doing the brushing each of them to wash it. This bottle cap is gonna turn into the flakes like this and put it into the machine, chop it into the small pieces, and then from the bottle cap itself we make coaster. And also we have carabiner here, lanyard. This is our raw material that we use for the roof plate that we made from plastic bag. We need at least 2.5 kilogram plastic bag to make one roof plate. So this is the final product, that roof that we have been made from the plastic bag. This year also, since we have collect so many fishing net, we are doing the R&D to make a roof plate coming from the fishing net. Bricks that we made is 60% is sand and fly ash, and then 40% of them are like the low value plastic. Furniture for your kitchen, cafe, we made like chair, table, come from like 100% recycling that we are collecting for the environment. Stoko is our one of the location that we have a project in Batam. Stoko, we call it success story. Stoko before this is really polluted with the plastic. There is a lot of plastic stuck under the houses.
Kalau menceritakan kondisi Stoko sedikit sedih, sangat-sangat sedih. Sebelum kehadiran Seven Cleanses, lokasi yang ada di pinggiran pantai itu bisa sampai sepinggang. Saking banyaknya sampah, sehingga kami merasa, wow, ini harus ada perubahan. Sehingga mereka sudah mulai dengan edukasi yang disampaikan oleh teman-teman dari Seven Cleanses, edukasi untuk membuang sampah pada tempatnya, akhirnya sudah mulai ada pembiasaan.
And then one of the community also like give us a feedback, like he is fisherman, and then in the random day they coming to our team and then say like, guys, thank you so much for all of your hard work. Because of your hard work, like with Seven Cleanses, like the fish is coming back. The kids that supposed to be like playing, now they can playing again with the water in the ocean, like because there is no more plastic that's stuck under the houses. So after we are doing the project in Stoko and then the operation is running, so Stoko now is really beautiful.
Since 7 Clean Seas started, they have removed more than 6 million kilos of plastic from the ocean. That's the equivalent of 6,000 cars. That's an enormous amount of plastic, and it's a testament to not only the amazing work that these guys have been doing day in, day out in the trenches, but it's also a testament to the incredible scale of the problem. Right? We are living in a plastic world where the vast majority of plastic that is being created is not recycled, and way too much, up to 80% in some countries, ends up in rivers and eventually in the ocean. So that's the scale of the problem. Of course, removing plastic from the ocean is one part. The other side is preventing it from ending up in the ocean. So all of these things require urgent attention, much more funding, and we require the big plastic polluters in the world, which are the companies that are creating all of this throwaway single-use plastic, we require them to take much more responsibility.